Hello, it's Jang here with a look at a LEGO Marvel superhero set. This is Ant-Man Final Battle. This is from the upcoming movie. It comes with 183 pieces. The majority of those pieces go into making this large winged ant, which I think is a really cool thing. It's got these wings that are, interestingly enough, folded over. It's a pliable plastic material. It doesn't crease too easily, so I think it should have pretty decent lifespan and durability. A little bit translucent there, just a little bit milky, so it's not completely clear. I actually appreciate that. Good job with the printing, giving it just a little bit of depth, and I really like how it's attached. Although I do wish that these axles weren't completely exposed. And the wings are on ball joints, so you can bring these out. See, these come in really nice and close around the outside of the abdomen, so you can get it a little bit closer still if you don't have the figure there. So that's good, but then you can bring them all the way out. Look at that. Really spread them out and bring it like this if you want to make it look like he's in a kind of a hovering position. Not that I don't think flying ants can actually hover, but still you can make them, the wings, pose in all kinds of different ways. I think that's really good, and it looks very organic. They'll hold the poses. I just think this is very nicely done with the wings. The legs, not so nice. I think the scale is perfect. The level of detail with these pieces is good, but you're very limited in how you can pose these because they can only rotate on one axis. You don't get articulation at each joint, but I think it's sufficient because you can bring, for instance, the ones down in the back and then kind of change these around to make it lean forward a little bit. There we go. So you can make it lean forward a little bit, and then you can do kind of the opposite of that. Bring these out farther and make it look like it's standing up. You can also get one kind of off the ground. Actually, you can get both of the front legs off the ground. Just get this to go as far, lean back even farther like that. So there's some posability to it. I just wish there was a little bit more. A little bit of posability to the pincers in the front. You can actually grab a minifigure between there is the intention. Not the right guy to grab for this, but you can kind of get him in there and it will hold him. And you've got transparent parts on the sides. The head is able to move around quite a bit, so that's good. It's on a ball joint that's in a good place. That works quite well. Surprisingly, there are a number of dark pink pieces used in the build here, and you end up seeing one back here. And I think you can see one when the figure is out as well, right down inside of there. But it was just an interesting choice for some of the extra pieces. The abdomen section can be turned up and also brought down. I think bringing it down can work well when it's in a flying pose. So you can see that the head and abdomen are kind of hanging down a bit like that. So yeah, I think this is really, really well done. The only thing that I recommend for making this last as long as possible, and especially for kids who are going to be playing with this a lot, is that you do not grab it from the wings and try to articulate it from there, because ultimately you will crease the thing right down in here. So grab it from the base and then pose away, and you don't have to worry about things getting broken down over time. When I first saw pictures of this set, this here was the first thing that really caught my eyes, because you get these stickers with the LEGO logo on them that they're great. They're great to get because it just brings in extra believability for super large scaled LEGO pieces. And they also include in the set normal LEGO scaled versions of the same pieces. Interesting choice there. And these are screws with stickers, one for each. And I think it looks pretty respectable, and the entire thing works as a launcher. Yes, a launcher. You can bring this back, see it's got a little bit of friction in it, and then come down, jump on this and hit it real hard, and oops, just hit myself. Try that again, get my finger out the way. That is about a quarter of the way across the room, and depending upon how hard you hit it, you can get that to go farther or land a little bit shorter, but just nice little stuff. It's just a cool thing to get. It works really well for the universe, for the story, and provides a little bit of playability. And I feel it's just a cool thing for LEGO collectors in general to be able to set things up like this and get a whole bunch of these sticker sheets. I'm sure they're going to be in high demand, and you can set up some large scale bricks. Here are your two protagonist minifigures. That's Hank Pym in one of the Ant-Man suits on the left, and then the proper Ant-Man character, as will be seen in the movie, over on the right. Same molds for the two heads, just different color. And you can see they've got the transparent red in there to allow you to actually see through to the eyes. And is it just me, or are all of the Lego helmet pieces with the see-through eyes starting to look very similar? Just in the shape of the eye. Like I see some Ultron there. I see some minifigure scale Hero Factory there. Just the shapes of the eye holes themselves. A little bit familiar. I like the transparent on the side, actually. A little bit better even than on the front. Here's a look at the prints from the back. Each of these figures gets an alternate face. So here's a look at those secondary faces. I really like that facial expression right there. It's not something that you see frequently at all from Lego and any kind of theme. And then here are the main expressions, just small little smiles for the two. They also give you an all black head option for Hank Pym, so you can bring down the helmet and just have it look dark like that. And while we're here, here's the alternate face on the proper Ant-Man with the helmet on. And then here is Yellow Jacket. This one gets really nice printing all the way straight through, pretty well lined up from top to bottom. Every piece there is printed down the center of the character. He's got the dark gunmetal gray as the main color. Notice, once again, of course, you've got the combination of transparent and opaque, or yeah, semi-transparent and opaque in this case, for the helmet, but it has just a little bit of a matte texture to it that makes it a little bit milky, just a little bit frosted in the transparent areas. So it's a little bit more translucent, just for an interesting effect. Allows you to not see through it quite so clearly. I think that was actually a good choice. It's just a little bit of texture on the outside, but I think it works well for realism. And then he's got part of the suit sticking out from the back. I think it looks good from the front, but that choice of the tan color down there bugs me a little bit. Meh, who cares? It's not that big of a deal. I like these little parts on the ends. You know, it's tough to get such fine details as you want with Lego parts, but I think this was a pretty good set of choices that they made. You can articulate around these outer arms with the stud shooters on them a bit, so you can make them rotate around. You can also bring this up and down. You can bring them in and out, so you can get these to really point in any kind of direction. Probably very good for stop motions and also action dioramas. And then beneath the helmet, you will find a flesh-colored head. But interestingly enough, this one does not have an alternate face on the back. Lastly, they do include two of these small ants here in the dark blue color, and they also include a super jumper with this set to allow you to do some action with the figures. I've heard that possibly Lego is aware of the durability problem with these and how they mark up the backs of legs when you use them, so I think they may be working on a solution for that, but this version of the set that I got here did not have any changes. All told, I think that this is a pretty good set. The whole Ant-Man idea, I think, is great. I didn't realize how long it had been around. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing some new stuff presented in the action scenes in the main movie, but this set here, I think, represents what we've seen of the universe pretty well so far. I very much like that big ant, and I especially like the extra large scale, normal scale Lego stuff built with normal scale Lego stuff. You know what I mean. Let me know what you think of the set and what is your favorite feature of the set by leaving a comment down below. Thank you in advance for your feedback. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.